these other GT cars relatively quickly, but this is what I expected here. I expected Jeff Gordon just to be really careful. There you see Seb Morris, he's taking chances. Look at that, Jeff Gordon very much in the mix. The 70 car, I think he'd just come out of pit lane.
And of course, this kind of frequency, if you are so equipped, as always, scanner frequency 454. Oh, it's a big off for the Acura number 7. Big off for Ricky Taylor. Seemed to have lost the car very early. He's gone in nose first, destroyed the front. This, I think, will be a red flag. 2:45 to go. And that was going through the bus stop and lost it completely in the first part of the bus stop. Car did not turn at all. Now that he was very committed coming into the bus stop. Got airborne.
That inside curb.
Got airborne.
Yeah, that's that new curb on the inside. We talked about that during the GTD session.
It's a 10th in gymnastics for that. All the car bunny hopping up and the car pitching first to the right, then to the left. He so nearly caught it. The reflexes of a cat on energy drink almost got it back, but a heavy frontal impact and the door popping open. He hit the tire wall.
And once he was back up to speed, man, this is real trouble.
There's a Penske prototype involved in this. Big trouble at the bus stop.
That prototype just almost clipped a car as he pulled back out on the bus stop. Penske's in the tires.
Well, there was Castro Neves and the 55 of Harry Tinknell. I think they're the two involved. Tinknell gets going again, and yes, it is Elio.
Battle for position there, though, running third and fourth at the time.
Castro Neves has damage to the right rear. The wing is completely gone as well. Do the setup. Let's take another look here. 55 looking up the inside of Castro Neves. That did not seem like it was fully on as Castro Neves goes for a ride and a hard hit into the tires. We're on board with the 55.
Big commitment there from Harry Tinknell. I don't think there was room to make that move, Townsend.
Well, you say the key to the race, choose your battles. Another key is don't pick a fight this early.
Wow. That's the second time this week the 7 has gone into that wall. Ricky Taylor during qualifying at the end, and now his teammate Elio Castro Neves. So the 7 team at Acura Team Penske has to go into rebuild mode again.
A little help from the car he was battling with at the moment. It's the NSX number 93 that he was battling with. Just got through. Oh no, through the kink, got onto the right-hand curve. Didn't need any help. No, he did that all on.
Rebuild the car. See this coming into turn 1 right there.
Yeah, it hit concrete wall. It broke the front of the chassis, twisted it sideways, broke welds, tore the chassis, and it was unfixable.
So it was certainly a very brave move by young Seb Morris there, Dan, almost on the apron to make the move down the inside of some traffic. And then he's going to clear these other GT cars relatively quickly, but this is what I expected here. I expected Jeff Gordon just to be really careful. There you see Seb Morris, he's taking chances. Look at that, Jeff Gordon very much in the mix. The 70 car, I think he'd just come out of pit lane.
I think Jeff got into the back of him.
Got into him hard, and that was that cold tires. He actually decided not to pass a slower car because of the cold tires and the brakes, and that car was going so slow, and it caught him off guard, and there's just no grip in the front tires. So have to look at that left front for damage on that Cadillac. And coming out of the pits on the left, and now he realizes he's in trouble. Yeah.
Similar thing happened to him in the night practice over into turn 6, first lap out. Just locked up the front tires and went straight on. And I thought that's probably a good thing that he recognized what the grip is there.
Able to see in their mirror, we've got a spinner. 2 of them on the front stretch here, the 47 and the 23 have come spinning around the grass.
Yep, they're in the grass right now, in the grass infield, just before the start-finish line, and is this going to be our first caution of the race?
Fastest section of the track. One of the cars is now heading for pit lane. How they would have spun, they must have made contact. Oh, that car's really damaged.
Yeah, a lot of damage there.
Significant damage to the 23, and not exactly sure what happened. 2 very experienced drivers, Alex Riberas in the 23, Eric Lux in the 47.
The caution came out. Let's take a look. This is the replay we have from pit road. And that is obviously after the contact.
Yeah, that's further down the pit lane. Yeah. That's the start finish here. Car down low.
Yeah, they were nose to tail there at this wreck. So watch ahead.
don't know what he was doing. He drafted him right into the warm-up lane.
Yeah.
Into the pit entry.
I think they were both coming in.
No-brainer to go straight onto wet. There's no question now, but I think that there was a case as the rain started to stay out on slicks for a bit.
Oh, big spin into turn one, massive spin, and it thankfully the car I don't think has hit anything, but it's still spinning now and has very nearly rejoined at turn 6. That's the number 11 Lamborghini Huracan. And
Ezequiel Perez Companc, the young Argentinian there, the son of Luis Perez Companc, yes. So
the question is, was that a tyre failure or was that just a mistake?
Talked about the alacrity with which he's resumed.
Indeed. NASCAR style, you saw the Corvette. Here comes a prototype in the mix with nowhere to go. 3 wide into the bus stop.
And we talked about the GTDs with the ABS, analog brake system, and being able to dive a little further
car
and
in the
through
bus
the bus stop into the grass. Take a look at who it was.
Looks like an Audi.
That's the 88. Too much on the racetrack in a 6-hour period. Here's the incident.
Morad got on the inside of Keating and ran into the side of him and took them both off. It sent Keating off through the grass, and Morad did a half spin through the grass. So watch this. Dove in late. Keating turns in. Big contact there. Surprised there's not more damage than that, guys.
Yeah, that was riding along with Morad. Here has been Keating.
Listen to this.
Keating may never see him.
The Corvette.
Yeah, another note here, the GTLM battle is definitely closing in. Remember, Joey Hand had a comfortable-ish lead over the Racing Competizione. Ferrari no longer. Those two now, where are they? Heading down into the international.
Has got the 14 Lexus, just when we were talking out at the same place that Loic Duval went off. The car has hit the wall on driver's left coming out of turn 1 and 2. Pits are closed, and that is big damage to the 3 GT Lexus. The left-hand side has been pulled away. Scott Pruitt behind the wheel had got up to 8th position. Now, that was a big snap. I wonder if he got a tap from behind, Jeremy. And, by the way, I've just had 3 million tweets to remind you that Seb Morris isn't an Englishman. 3 million tweets from the population of Wales. He was born in Wrexham.
He told me he was from Chester.
Right, okay.
Britain, then.
Yes, okay. And, well, a rather rueful Scott Pruitt. The whole of the front end of the 14 car is being ripped off. If it is a touch, it's one of the Corvettes. It's not a touch. It was just too much right foot from the very experienced Scott Pruitt.
But I think the other people have taken some time to make the cars better suitable for this weather condition. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, René is doing his thing out there, and like I said before, we have to stay out of trouble and keep our nose clean.
You're pacing in the back of the pit.
No penalty. 4 new Michelin tires, driver change. Dirk Werner has gotten out, and Fred Makovecki has jumped behind the wheel of that car. But we also had the number 70 Mazda. It was stationary on the pit lane. They had actually turned the car off and plugged a data cable into it. Full tank of fuel, no tires for that car, as the engineers were examining.
Top of the green, the Mazda really putting pressure. We've seen that battle up front, and then the bus stop bites again.
Be interesting to find from Paul how long it spent in the pits, whether it actually had stopped first or just came through as a straight run.
Second in the pits, which would be about the right time for a normal pit stop. So I would guess they put fuel in that car, sent him on his way, but it was only 20 laps onto his stint.
Eric Curran trying to go for